Hey guys, PA Reloader here. Today we're going to do a neat video, and the video is going to be on Coleman Lanterns. Now I collect Coleman Lanterns. I have like 14 or 15 of them, maybe more. Um, and they're a lot of fun to use. They put out an extremely amount of bright light. They're great for camping. Uh, Whatever, just sitting on your back deck if you want to throw out a Coleman lantern and light her up. I do that a lot of times too. What I want to show you though is the standard Coleman lantern. So this is what I have here. So this lantern is a Coleman lantern. It's a 220K lantern. These are about the normal size of the Coleman lanterns. It's got a domed lid. It's got ceramic, like a paint on it. So does the main body. This is a 2-mantle lantern, and you can see the 2 silk filament bags in there, and both of those will light. So like I said, it's a 2-mantle lantern. Here's your fill port. It's got a brass knob on it. Here's your pump to pressurize this reservoir with fuel in it. So what I'll do is I'll show you, I'll pump it up a little bit. We're gonna lock it, and then you'll hear the hiss. So by pressurizing that, what that's doing, it's forcing fuel up the generator and into those 2 filament bags, and that's what creates your, it almost creates like it simulates a light bulb. These are extremely bright. But the lantern that I really want to talk about today is this little guy. Now this is called a Peak 1. It's made by Coleman, and it's a 222 model. This is specifically for backpacking. I use it on my canoe trips overnight. I'll bring it camping with me. This little guy puts out so much light, it's great. But it's meant for, it's meant for packing light. You can see the size difference between the two. And just the overall diameter, the overall diameter is just, there's no comparison. So I'm going to put the 220K away. And we're going to talk about the Peak 1. Now this is a single mantle lantern. Just like the 220K, it has your brass fill knob. It has your pump, so you can pump the fuel up. Give it a few pumps. And then we'll release the gas. Just like that. Now one important thing, if this thing's lit and it's still hot or lit, you never ever open this this cap, because you'll have a fire on your hands for sure, because all that gas is going right out and going right up through these vent holes that are in the bottom of this. It could be a really bad situation, so just make sure you don't do that. So let's take this apart. Right now there's no mantle in this, so I thought it would be kind of a cool video to show you how the mantle's installed, what the mantle looks like, and that's all it is. It's a little silk bag. Now this one has wire, and what you do is you put it over the nozzle, and then you just twist the wire in it, and it locks in place. But all it is, it's a little silk bag that acts like a light bulb when it's full of gas. Now what you have to do, what's pretty interesting about these are durable until they're lit and this burns. This will burn to about half its size. Um, and the strange thing is, you could bang this once the this filament is burned, and it's the correct size to contain the gas. You could bump this lantern around all day long, and this filament won't break. The odd thing about it is, if you touch it with your fingers, it will just turn to dust. It's the strangest thing, but that's how it is. So like I said, these are silk, and we're going to install this right now. Now this handle, you just pull it apart. We'll put that to the side, and that handle holds the top on. There's a hole here and a hole here, and this just slides over this, and there's 2 holes here. So the handle is like a dual feature. And then you have your globe. And then right here, on this part right here, is where our mantle is going to go. Now, I just want to show you real quick how this functions. So here's your gas control knob right here. It's just on, different settings for like high and low light, and then off. And then what happens is this valve right here goes up, and it goes right into this. It's called the generator, and then it goes into this and follows it around and dumps a fuel mist right inside of your the silk bag, which creates the burn stays in the silk bag. So let's put this let's put the mantle. These are called mantles. Let's put the mantle on, and we'll get this baby fired up. I think that's on there. Sometimes they're a little tricky. They don't give you much room. And like I said, I usually tie the mantles on, but I had these wire ones I'm trying to get rid of. I'm not a big fan of them. So right there, the mantle is in. Now you can see it doesn't really look like it fits, right? So this is where the lighter comes in. And what you do is you set that mantle on fire, and you can see it's smoking and burning. That's okay. It's what you want. And what's happening is that mantle is forming into like a fabric light bulb, and that's going to contain all the gas. I'm going to let that burn. It turns black at the very bottom, but what it is, it's just singeing slowly. The mantle. All right, we're going to let that just smolder for a little bit. Now, I have, when I go on my canoe trips, I have this in a 2.5 gallon bucket that I use, and in that bucket I put my lantern, I have meds, I have my 4-cup percolator coffee pot, anything that's really important to me that I need. It's got a sealable lid with a gasket. I even have a French press in there, a small one. So this goes in there, and it fits perfectly, and I can get everything else I need in that one tub. So I think we're ready to put this guy back together. So I'm going to put the globe on first. Now this might take me a little bit of a little while to get this right, because it's a little tricky, and like I said, you're holding you're holding two pieces on. Okay, so that you're holding two pieces on with one wire. Whoop. Okay, that one's in. And then we gotta find this one. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we got the bail on, the lid is on, the globe is in place, and now what we're going to do is we are going to pressurize the reservoir. Ten. 20, and then we'll just turn it and you'll lock it just like that. Okay, so I got my gas control knob. There's vent holes in the bottom. Now there's two holes that are about maybe 3/8 inch diameter, and those are for getting a flame up into this mantle to get the mantle lit. There are other vent holes just for proper fuel to air mixtures. So now that we have our fuel can pressurized, let's get a light going with this guy. There it goes, lit just like that. I'm going to shut that garage door. And there it is. I mean, you can see that's bright. On my canoe trips, I hang this guy from a branch and it'll burn for hours. And then what I'll do is I'll just walk over to it maybe like every 45 minutes and I will give it some more pressure, because what you want to do is you need to keep pressure in the reservoir for the fuel, so the fuel is pushed up into the generator and into the mantle. So you do have to you have to stay on it. If you see it starting, and it's not going to just shut right off. What'll happen is you'll see it start to dim, and then just go give it like 20, 25 more pumps, and then lock it, and then you're good to go. But you can see how bright this little guy is. I love this lantern. I'm so glad I got it. I paid $5 for it in this working condition. They're rare. I've only seen a few of them on eBay, and they were going for $130. So again, it's the Coleman Peak 1, model number 222. If you guys can find one, definitely add it to your collection or your camping gear, even hiking gear. You know, throw it in a backpack, gently, you know, put it maybe with some clothes or something so it doesn't bang around. But it's an excellent lantern, and it's compact, and I just love it. So I hope that you found this helpful. I thought it would be a kind of a neat video to do. So please like it, share, subscribe. It helps my channel. The more subscribers, the better I can put out more content. And please leave comments. If you guys want to see something in particular, I might have it, or I might be able to do a video on it. So thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I was really glad that I could bring this and share this with you. All right, so take care.